Hi everyone, this is Frank Medina. Today we're gonna be making a special video for people who speak English. So today we're gonna talk about how it's like to write copy when it's not your language. So today we're gonna talk about if you do internet marketing in an English speaking country, so this is for you. So you're gonna learn things that are fascinating to you. So this is really interesting. So the purpose of this video is just to help people to improve their copywriting skills. Um, One time I heard like a person saying that it doesn't matter how much education you have. And it's true. Anyone can write copy. So this is really important because now that we have social media, we have TikTok, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have many so many platforms to do social media. Now everyone is a copywriter, and now everyone is an expert in social media. So I was checking here. Sometimes I like to check here in this website Glassdoor, and sometimes I check Glassdoor.com USA, and I notice how hard it is to find a good copywriter. So today we're going to talk about that one, and also we're going to talk about how you can improve your skills as a copywriter even though English is not your first language, like mine. I'm from Mexico. So it doesn't matter, you go Career Builder, Indeed, Turing, Upwork, all these websites, you will see how difficult sometimes is to hire. Also, let's go with LinkedIn because this been giving me a lot of hard time. So let's see that maybe you are looking for a copywriting job. Okay, and then you put copy writing, and you see there's a lot of jobs right now. There's a lot of gigs for people who want to be a copywriter everywhere, and money is really good. Some copywriters, they make 150,000 per year when they work with somebody, but the least you can make is, I don't know, I've seen from 37,000 up to 150,000, 140,000, and so on. So since social media is available to everyone and everyone think is a copywriter, they think they can do advertisement. So now there's this huge amounts of people that they claim to be social media experts, and good for them. It's good to value yourself and also believe in yourself. But it's important also that you have to know that you have to have something to back you up. Like right now, this chair is backing me up, this wall. So I have really good. I'm sure if I keep pulling like this, something is gonna hold me in place. But there's so many people right now that claim to be a good copywriter. Copywriting writer. So you see, and there's so many works right now. So if you're right now unemployed in the States, there's a lot of people. Some of the jobs are really crappy. They just want to pay you $16, so you might as well go to get a job as a painter. You can get like 20, 25. So, and then you're not gonna kill your back and your hands writing the whole stupid day for 8 hours. So this is so important. So that's why I want to talk about this subject about copywriting. Copywriting is like a gift you are born with. It's not like something that you try and try and try and try, and it's not your gift. I read a book that is talking about your unique ability, and it was written by Dan Sullivan. And Dan Sullivan says every person has a unique ability, something that you can be doing hours and hours, and you're not gonna get tired, and you're gonna get success for the things you do. So most of these copywriting jobs, as you can see, they ask you to be a journalist, have some background in writing. Sometimes when I was in China, I checked some jobs, and they say they want people that their English is their major or English literature. So let's be clear, and I don't like to talk really rude, but one time I read a really good copywriter, which is Dan Kennedy, and he said that a good copywriter is first a salesman, you know. So somebody that went door to door and sell, door to door, face to face. So this is the first quality. And many people that I know from many countries, their first job in America is as a salesman. So if you were a salesman and you didn't do good and you couldn't make a living, then you are not a born salesman. You know, there's people that go and start breaking, all the, the records, and start selling more than ever. The case of this guy, his name is Chet Holmes. His company is Chet Holmes International. He passed away like 4 years ago, but he was born natural salesman. Okay, but there's two types of salesmen. It's really important to make you know this so you don't lose heart. There's two kinds of salesmen: face to face, people that they don't have any issues, because this comes with we're going to talk about a little bit of self-development, because some of us, we were raised, we were bullied, we have a lot of trauma. So when we start talking to other person, if he's taller, if he has money, if his or her is attractive, a lot of things gonna come to your mind, and then you're not gonna be selling. But there's two kinds of salesmen. People like me that in person is really hard to sell to somebody. I start like shaking and always try, but I know something inside in me told me, you know how to sell, you've been selling and selling, and then this is how you know you have the gift. I know it's one of my gifts. I know how to do a lot of comedy. Just right now for me is no a way to make a living right now. But copywriting, I've been doing it for many years. I improve, so I'm natural, gifted of writing copies, but not just copy. I can write also, I don't know, poems. I can write fiction. I can write a lot of things. But one of my things that I survived through the years is doing copywriting. So then is when you know that you have the gift. But what is the difference between a salesman that can sell face to face? That person has the whole, background. He was raised, with good self-esteem. He was raised as a champion, and is reflected when he starts selling. But that's just the 2% of salespeople. The other ones that we love sales and marketing, we have to do it through video, because we don't have to be with other person, or maybe selling to somebody, or also the other thing is writing. So that's why I'm talking about like this, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of singers. People want to sing. A lot of people, they say, no, I love music. I want to live all my life singing, and I want to make a career in music. But the truth is, it's really hard. And also, most of the people that live from music is just from bars and maybe going into the subways, things like that. So not everyone excels. So that's why it's so important for me to talk about this subject today, because I'm going to show you some of the things that I have accomplished through the years. And this is not to make you feel bad if you're doing nothing, or at this moment you don't have a job or something. Just telling you that is a way you can make a living if you have the gift. So this is really important. So let's talk about the things I've been doing through the years. I've been 10 years doing this this channel, that now has a 658,000 views. And some of them, they come from videos that make a PowerPoint presentation. So for example, I'm gonna show you this video that is talking about restaurants. I have two, but this one is almost reaching the 97,000. So this almost reaching the 100,000 mark. So that maybe for some people it's nothing, for me it's a lot.
Hola amigos.
And during this video I just use a PowerPoint presentation. Most of the people, they say that they can write, but you know, one thing is when you really have to live. If you don't sell, you don't eat. If you don't sell, you don't pay rent. If you don't sell nothing, then you're gonna get in trouble with your wife and kids. That's when you really need to sell. And most of the videos that I have here that have more success, it was when I was more desperate, when I was really like in the last, in red digits. I was just like going down, like, you see your bank account going like from maybe 1,000 to 500 and then to 300, and finally you have just $200 in the bank, and then you have to do something about it. So most of these videos, they came in that moment in my life. So like they say to Chad Holmes, what moved you to start this career? They says need is a great, and something that encourage you, push you to succeed. So these PowerPoints, I made them, and then I don't know about PowerPoints on YouTube. There's no awards for how many PowerPoint presentations you see in YouTube, but mine is one of the PowerPoints that I have more views, as far as I know, of small businesses. Could be an influencer that has like 1 million or 5 million views for a video, but not for a sales presentation without a face or nothing. This is just my voice. I read through, and through this I have a lot of leads to my business. So this is so important for you, because maybe you can sell like me, face to face, but I can write, and every time that I write something, it's like I don't have any barriers. When I'm selling to somebody, sometimes comes all this like bullying, this voice in your mind, negative, that you just, I don't know if you can understand me, but it's something that it's like a barrier that you have in front of you that is holding you to give the best and nicest presentation, because you have the bullying, you have the abuse, the mental abuse and physical abuse sometimes, that is telling you you are nothing, you don't deserve nothing. And then when you got to this point, people can feel it, and then you don't project that energy that you need to close sales. So that's why it's so important for me to do this video, because I want you just to let you know that you can do it. I mean, there's a lot of things, like if you live in America or any speaking countries, you can agree that you can do anything you want to if you want to do it. And also through the years, the best part, like I've been doing a lot of videos how to use Facebook, how to use Facebook Marketplace, how to use Craigslist, how to use OfferUp. And the main thing that you can do right now, if you don't have any job and you don't have any hope that somebody hire you as a copywriter, is just start selling online, wherever. Like for example, here there's so many cases that I needed the money, and then just start writing. Thank goodness I kept all this portfolio of copywriting, because it looks like simple, but helped me a lot through those years to sell, coffee makers. I sold cars. I sold like internet services. I sold so many things. Here's talking about this Hyundai Sonata. I make an ad that I sold the car in less than 24 hours, and I still make like 25% more money than the regular person. So through the years I've been selling so many things. I did this ad for a Dodge Challenger. This was for a friend. She asked me to help her with the ad because she wasn't selling the car. So I make an ad. I have other for a friend that he couldn't sell his pickup truck. So I start writing the sale, and like in 24 hours I sold the car. So you see, so maybe right now you can't maybe sell face to face like was my problem. I started in Mexico selling timeshare, but for me it was impossible. I was just hardly making a living. So that's why I tell you that sometimes face to face is not your thing, but could be that your gift is writing. So if you have this gift and then you have to exploit, you have to do whatever you have to do to make a living. So this I start making those things and writing this stuff for services, a copywriting services. So here I sold a Honda CR-V. Also I sold that for really good money. I make like $2,000, you know. And then the car, always my cars, I sold them within 2 weeks. Or most of the time 1, 2, 3 days. Sometimes like a car that I was trying to sell, but I have to make this trip. Took me 2 weeks, but finally I sold it. And this I have the Solara also. I made like $800, $1,600. You know, through the years I've been doing all these ads. So this convinced me that, you know, that I have a thing for writing copy that sells, you know, copy that you have to make a living. Except everyone can sell a car, to be truthful, but just a few people make money of a car. So as you can tell, a lot of people, they have these cars and then they start going down the hill, and then comes somebody wants to buy it, and then just you give it away for 50% what you pay. So I always since, you know, 10 years ago, I never lost a penny in a car, always making at least 800, 1,000, 2,000, $2,500 for a car that I bought and then I sold. So that was through the years. Also here, like this mobile catering business was the first ad I make for a friend, and I sold his machines, and I make like 10% of the sale. I remember it was like $5,000, and then the guy gave me 500. I mean, it was a family member, but they got cold feet, and I couldn't sell the other ones because they back up. But you see, through the years, over and over and again, convinced me that I have a thing for copywriting and for sales. You know, so this is proof that convinced me that I have this gift. Plus, all this proof that I have in YouTube, not just in English, this is in Spanish, as you can see, that I almost have 97,000 and still people asking these services. I finished this offer, but still I leave it there because it's nice to see a video that is almost reaching 100,000 views. That is a sales presentation. Most of the people can't sell nothing, you know, and then most of the videos that want to sell something, they want to do ads like in the TV. That this is the company, we sell, we do this, best customer service. People don't want to watch those commercials. But I make a commercial and 97 people watch it for free. They just go through the presentation, start going through this. So I had the gift, I know, to write stuff, and this is, but I'm telling you, no, that I cannot make it selling face to face. I have to be so good at selling through, you know, writing, that people just come and pay me the money for anything that I'm selling. Most of the time, you know, the people come and they just open the pocket and they have all the information they need in these ads, and then people give me the money and they don't say a thing. Sometimes people, they want a little discount and I do it. But most of the time people, they just open the wallet and give me the money. So that's the thing, you know, if you have something for writing, keep doing it. Even if you're not doing good at the beginning, that's no problem. For example, in my case, let's go back to my analytics. You see right now still people watching in this moment. The last 60 minutes somebody watched the video and they keep watching the video. Right now my top one video is one about how to sell on marketplace on Facebook. These videos are crazy competitive. You see? Now I scroll like I don't know how many pages, and mine with 41,000 views this year. So you see, you can tell that it's not easy, but still, uh, people want to know how to sell on Facebook because right now people are desperate. People don't know what to do. So that's why I keep teaching people more like in Latin America, because in Latin America they don't have stimmy checks from the government. People, they have to sell. They have to make a way to make a living. They don't have an option. And that's the thing that I just want to tell you. And as you can tell here is in number one. Even if I look at here in Bing, because this one is already like purple. But here I don't have it's not saying my account. So let's look. So the search, you see here I haven't clicked, but here is my video, and in the first 4 places here in this part. The same as the other one is como vender más bienes raíces. So this one is number one. You can look for yourself. This is just to show you some of my things that you can find in Bing, but also you can find it in Google Chrome. So that's just to let you know. So the other thing is how to improve your copywriting skills. You have to read everything about copywriting. The best books that helped me the most to improve, to sell, it was these books that I'm going to recommend you. Let's go to Amazon and look for Dan Kennedy. And all these books, my favorite is this one. This is the number one, The Ultimate Sales Letter. This one is take you through everything that you have to know quick to start making money. So that's why I like Dan Kennedy. It's a shame right now he's really sick. I think last year was dying, but he's just sick right now. But all these books, the no BS books, they're perfect if you want really to improve the way you sell in Facebook and Craigslist, OfferUp, everything. Just go to this one, download it, and you will see. Even if you have the on Kindle Limited, if you have that membership, you can just download it. But I read this one. I used to have them, but I traveled the world. I went to China and I couldn't bring them back. But I have this for many years. I had this one, Direct Response. This is a book that is really recommended because it's when you have to sell. You know, when you don't have a choice. Like Dan Kennedy, he was a salesman. And then he started making a living being a marketing consultant. How to sell to the affluent, people with money. So all these books, you can read them, and they're really, really good. All these books that you can see here, I recommend them 100%. Even Amazon know most of the people, but I read all. Right now he hasn't come up with anything new because he's really sick. But Dan Kennedy is one of my favorite, and there's Joe Sugarman too. Joe Sugarman. And also all these books that are here, I recommend them too. This one, Gary Bensvinga. This is a really good. He's really known person. Gene Schwartz. Gene Schwartz is the first ones. This one, the second one, also I read it. The Shoeless Joe Jackson. That's a very good book too. The Adweek Copywriting Handbook, also by Joseph Sugarman. So all those books from this guy, he was number one for many years. Also Gene Schwartz was number one. He's one of the fathers of the country of copywriting. So all these books, I recommend them from George Sugarman. So, and there's many. Also, I can recommend a lot of books from J. Abraham. I can be teaching you some tricks, but if you read these books, it's gonna help you. J. Abraham. This is perfect book. He's a really good copywriter too. So all these books that when you start like going through this thing, it's gonna suggest you because they're really good books. See this guy, one of my heroes. And there's many of them. Other one super good is Gary Halbert. And you see when I start writing this guy, the Halbert copywriting method. So this one is really, I think this is the son, Von Halbert. This guy read a lot of sales letters. He was the mentor of Dan Kennedy. He was the mentor of a lot of famous people like Joe Polish. He was the mentor of, before Dan Kennedy, this guy, Hardy Halbert, was number one. After he died, they were, some of them, they were really good. So that's why you have to just keep looking and looking. There's many. I think since 2007, I have read like more than 100 books about copywriting. And I started like broadening because I couldn't find any more. This guy also, Ogilvy, on advertising. This is really good book. I've read it too. Scientific advertisement. I recommend this one, Claude Hopkins. So all these books that he's recommending here, I recommend them. From this one to the bottom, I don't know these people. But the old ones in America are those, like Gary Halbert. It was the one of the few that he could charge people like 30,000, 50,000, 100,000 for a sales letter. So you're just away from a sales letter. To be truthful, most of the ideas that I read this one came from those books, also from other people, but it was just the inspiration, because in English it's really hard to translate and make sense in Spanish. But also all the money that I make selling things, I made it in English. As you can tell, all this is English. English. So if you have the gift, you can do everything good in any other language. If I learn German, I'm sure I can do it. I'm not interested in learning German right now, but I'm sure. But it's like singing, you know? Just think, if you got the gift, it's like Shakira. She was a really good composer. She still is. But she was a Colombian girl, simple. Girls started writing their songs or her songs, and then Spanish, and then start going through the biggest market for music, that is America. And then now she's a worldwide star. She wrote songs in English, and in English, their success just went up and up, and she went all the way to the sky because she had the gift. So that's why, also, if you don't believe in yourself, I'm just gonna recommend you this book by Dan Sullivan. This is really good because sometimes you don't believe in yourself. But all these books, I have read them from Dan Sullivan. And one of them is Your Unique Ability. So you can look for it. That's the name, Unique Ability. He make it with other person. All these books I have read them. Is this one that is here. So you have to read this book if you don't believe in yourself or that you have a gift. This book helped me so much to rediscover myself, see things that I didn't see. I'm trying to do also copywriting because I love it, but still I want to do comedy copy. So I want to do maybe one day, I don't know, maybe a sitcom comedy. I have a lot of ideas. I'm really funny person. And even like I have my accent, maybe my grammar is not 100% when I speak. When I write an ad, I can just destroy the person mentally and they buy everything that I'm selling. So that's why I'm trying to do more things in English. I have a channel. Here is my main channel in Spanish, and I have it in English that I've been doing through the years. So this is like the main of the books that had helped me a lot. Dan Sullivan, he has also a 10x Talk on iTunes, so that's really good. So I recommend it 100%. All these people that are really good for everything that I was talking about. And I think just have to tell you, it doesn't matter where you're born. If you have the gift, just pursue your gift. Believe in yourself. Believe in your gifts. And, the best way to show those bullies and the people that make you feel like garbage is success, and just get rid of those things. So just get rid of that one. And there's one that is in my list right now to write. That's from Seth Godin. Seth Godin also has really good books, and this is about marketing. And this is one, also the one book I recommend you. And I'm gonna buy it right away. But this one is talking about the same. When he was little, he didn't believe in himself, and then people bully him, and that destroy him. But little by little, start creating, letting all the creative person go out of yourself, and then start having all these books and bestsellers that he has for many years. So that's the book you should buy if you don't believe in yourself. This is talking about an author. If you're a writer or a creative person, you have to read this book. Because it's going to tell you that you can do it. It doesn't matter if you are ugly, if you are short, if you are any color, you can make it. So this is just books that I recommend you if you are interested on doing the copywriting or being a writer or whatever your heart is telling you that you have the gift. And the other one, I'm just going to tell you all of my secrets. Let's go back to this one. So you can tell how people they're going to buy from you if your grammar is really bad. So I recommend you this one. The theme is who, not. No? It's who, not how. So this is really good because since my grammar is not perfect, not the grammar, because the grammar doesn't matter when you're selling. It's just my spelling, That's the important thing, the spelling. Then I have somebody that check my copy. I have a proofreader that happens to be my wife. She's American, so she's really good doing this check speller, this proofreading. And then when I just put the things in Craigslist, I don't have anybody telling me, your grammar is awful. Maybe the grammar, but not my spelling. It's perfect because my wife, she's really good seeing all these mistakes. She has this gift for seeing things that are wrong. Sometimes the grammar is too crazy, she just fixes it a little bit, but that's it. And this is the book that I recommend you. You don't have to do everything yourself. You maybe have to tell somebody, help me. A proofreader, maybe somebody that knows more maybe a consultant, somebody that's gonna help you. So this is a really good book. So that's everything for today. I think I speak more than I have to do, but I just did it because I want you to improve and let you know that you can make a living also selling stuff. You don't have to be hired by these companies that they want a bachelor's degree, you know. That's it's just like music. Again, just remember, copywriting is like music. If you're a good singer, if you're a good composer, you can do it in any language. Believe me. Pavarotti, what's the name of the other one? Bocelli. They're Italian, aren't they? And they still, they're the best. And they came to America and they make a killing. So it's the same. If you got the gift, you have the gift. So just cultivate it, make it better. Read all these books, and maybe one day you will tell me, you know, I saw your video and I applied myself, and now I'm making this much money. I have some of the other people calling me because they use some of my ideas, and it's good. You know, you can use it. Just don't copy because they have copyright. So I think that's it for today because the neighbor dogs is barking and it's making a lot of noise. So I hope this motivates you and motivates me because I don't like to talk in other language that is not mine, but you have to do every day something to make you feel, embarrassed or maybe take you from your comfort zone. So bye bye. I hope you have success in everything you do. Your friend, Frank Medina.